Okay, Capricorn, so where do you shine? Whew. Okay, so when I was putting out your cards, Capricorn, I noticed the Tower the most. And what I heard was rebuild. Rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. And it just keeps playing in my head over and over and over. So, these cards I feel like are the past. And you are helping someone after a major change in their life, or you have been. This could be because you've experienced this too. That seems to be a common theme in these videos. You're showing people how to do something that you have done, kind of thing. The Ace of Wands, to me, this is new beginnings, new beginnings. We're ignoring this. We are rebuilding, and that's why it's right here. We are rebuilding. But this rebuild is something that you are inspiring, maybe guiding, but you're helping other people find their power. Bottom of the deck, Firefly. To me, the light comes, it glows from within all the way out, okay? So I always take that as finding and reclaiming your true power, your authentic power, okay? Especially with the golden egg. Like, this is the beginning of something new, and I love that it's golden. Shining that light. The anxiety card in the background. There's the lightning strike, okay? When I see that, I think, all right, we're helping somebody find their power. This has to be about power. You are opening doors for people. Definitely seeing the word transformation, metamorphosis, whatever you want to call this, helping people begin anew with a fresh perspective, new perspective, putting them in charge. Okay. It's kind of like you've been the driver and they've been with you and you've been teaching them your wisdom, and then you pull over, Capricorn, and you get out and you switch and you let them drive. It's their turn to take over. So whatever it is that you help people through, you're like this guiding light, this guiding force for them, but you're guiding them to a point where they can do it themselves. I said this in the other video. This doesn't necessarily have to be an occupation. This could be something that comes completely natural, like naturally to you. But you're helping to spark that light within people, helping them to see this light, and helping them to take charge of their own life, helping them to rebuild. So you could be there with them along the way. Again, you could switch and you are now in the passenger side with them, and you can help them if there's trouble and they don't know how to navigate. So if they get a flat tire in this example and you know how to do it, you can show them how to do it, but then it's up to them, right? Now, this is an example that I'm getting. So when I was first learning how to drive, I hated parallel parking, and I think most people do. And I was god-awful at it. And then I had this really awesome teacher, and I started to be able to parallel park. So when I was with her, I did really great. But then when I wasn't with her and I was practicing, I couldn't do it. And I realized it was because she was instructing me along the way every single time. And she was a great teacher. I don't think she realized that she was doing this, but it was kind of reliant on her. She was kind of like a crutch. And I kind of got to the point where I was like, I'm realizing that when I'm not with you, I can't parallel park. So I need you to not say anything while I'm parking. And then once I'm done, like, you can tell me what I needed to correct and whatever. So that's what I'm getting here, is instead of being a support system for someone where you're always kind of bailing them out or helping them along, actually teaching them. Another example is when my mom, she would try to do something on the computer. And sometimes it was so much easier for me to just say, okay, move, let me sit down and I'll do it. Because I couldn't fully explain how to do it. It just comes naturally to me, right? Because I've been doing this since I was a kid. But it wasn't teaching her. It wasn't teaching her at all. So I got to the point where I'm like, you know what? She got to learn how to do this, and I got to step back and let her do it. And now she can do so many things on her own, and I'm so proud of her. She can order online and all that stuff. So she's not reliant on me is what I'm hearing, right? So you're helping people be able to rely on themselves. So I'm seeing the word teach. So some of you are very good teachers, helping people. There's something here about rebuilding self-esteem, rebuilding their finances. There's something that you have either a passion in or you are just really, really naturally good at. And you helping people learn how to do that. Yeah, teach us. I'm seeing teach us. You shine through teaching. Some of you, I'm feeling like you're good storytellers too. You're really good at storytelling or the written word, written communication. What's the other one I was going to say? I lost it. Explanations. By giving examples. It's the way that you communicate things helps people relate to what you're teaching them. And that's how they are able to learn this. Whatever this is. For some of you, I'm definitely feeling that it is helping other people with their finances. So, again, it doesn't have to be an occupation. Maybe you help somebody learn how to budget, right? And you're like, oh, this is how I do it. And then you show them. And then they're like, oh, cool, I want to learn how to do that. And you tell them, okay, grab your pay stubs and grab your bills and let's figure this out. And then you're there with them, but they're the ones doing it. This could also be, I'm seeing the word therapy, but I'm also seeing the word friend. So maybe going out with a coffee or for a coffee with a friend. And then they're telling you what's going on in their lives and you're like, okay. I'm seeing the word spiritual growth. So you could be helping them from your experience on your spiritual journey. And say, okay, so you're having difficulty at work. This is what's going on. Have you considered this? Why do you think that you feel this way? And helping them to kind of work through it. Just through prompting questions. And that's helping them to rebuild a new mindset. And that can be very life-changing for them. Because if somebody is, say, bullying them at work or just being very irritating, then they can stop and reflect on it and say, okay, this is what, this person's like this because of that. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they're this. And then going from there and figuring out, okay, what should I do, right? Instead of just being passive-aggressive or being angry, being able to work out those emotions, right? With the communication, the written communication, some of you might be inspiring other people to journal. Maybe you've worked through your spiritual journey and journaling has been the best thing for you. And you help people channel their emotions through their words. Or you're inspiring them to put their words onto paper to create a book. I'm seeing the word poem. There's so many different things that this could be, but it's like you're helping people create a new way of lives for themselves after a bit of turmoil. So it could be conflict. It could be a move, a divorce, It doesn't have to be big conflict or big shakeups. Helping them gain new perspective and transforming their lives that way. Helping them to take their power back, whether through their emotions, whether, scripting. I'm hearing scripting. Helping people take their power back by writing down what they want for their lives, by manifesting, law of attraction, going for what it is that they desire to. Because the bee card came out too. And to me, this is like, bees go out, they collect the pollen, they come back, they make the honey, right? Like they have a job, they know exactly what it is that they're doing, and nothing's going to stop them. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm kind of getting here, is helping people find their goals, whether it's a goal, like a life goal, whether it's just a goal of having more peace at the workplace, helping them maybe scripting or changing that scenario. Helping them to find their crown again. So when we help people figure out their emotions, that's how we help them take their power back in times of conflict, okay? By rebuilding. So some of you might help give a new perspective of like somebody losing their job and you're like, this could be a blessing in disguise, okay? I know it's hard now, you might not see it now, but it's a blessing in disguise. You can start a whole new life now. One that you love. Write down what you want and start working towards it. But you're there with them. You know, you might not be there all along. Maybe, again, if it's a friend, maybe they text you about it, or you meet up for coffee, you meet up periodically, but you're helping them through this. I'm seeing someone going to a gym and having somebody that they're friendly with at the gym, but then they start talking, and then this person is really interested in your journey, in your growth, and how you did things. And then even if you don't talk to them all the time, just that one conversation can really help them. And they may come back. You might say, oh, you should really read this book. And then they come back and they're like, wow, I really love that book. And they may keep coming back to you every so often and saying, right now I'm doing this and I'm experiencing that. And you can be like, oh, that's because of this and that's because of that, right? I'm seeing the word like ascension. Okay, ascension. Like maybe they come back and they're like, I have all these like ailments and stuff. You're like, that's just ascension symptoms. Don't worry about it. Watch this YouTube video or this person on Instagram and you'll understand it. Like I've had people do that and it's helped change my life. Because then you realize you're not crazy. And that's, that's very, very helpful. Whatever this is, Capricorn, like you're helping people rebuild their life in such a powerful way, in a way that they can live for themselves. And I think that is really amazing. I think that's very admirable. So I know this is different than what I was anticipating, Capricorn, but I feel like that's where you shine. Helping people rebuild their lives, helping to motivate them, helping to guide them along the way, whatever this is in any way, shape, or form. But I love this for you. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Bye!